Alright boys, well, it is pretty hot. Of course I'm wearing pants, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, so let's go ahead and start this expedition. Ooh, I have no idea what we're gonna do today. Alright boys, so out on a little ride today. I have no idea what we're gonna be doing, what we're gonna be talking about. I just know we're just gonna cruise around for a little bit, hit up a park maybe, kinda enjoy the weather because it's riding season finally. Been waiting for that for a little while, but even though it is, looks like 89 degrees out right now, but it peaked around 90 something today. It feels great when you're riding. I was honestly really concerned about that, how it was gonna be regarding hot weather and riding here in Illinois or the Chicagoland area, because obviously it gets humid out here, super humid. It's disgusting. A lot of people from outside the state kind of come here and then they're like, oh yeah dude, the Windy City, yeah bro, and then they don't expect how humid it is in the summertime, especially right now, July. So it gets worse for sure, but yeah, I think that catches people very off guard that we get very humid. I'm sure not anywhere close to the south like Florida, Georgia, that kind of area, but I can imagine it gets pretty bad, pretty comparable. But yeah, enjoying the time out today. Beautiful day today, by the way. So not too hot, 90 something. Feels great when you're riding, honestly. Once like the wind is hitting you and whatnot, you're just kind of cruising and whatnot. You really don't feel the heat unless if you're just sitting around. Even surprisingly, my thing was, since I'm wearing a full face helmet, I thought, you know, my head was going to be baking and that's going to cause a lot of issues because I'd have to take breaks, you know, whatnot, especially because you don't want to get heat stroke or anything like that, especially when you're doing stuff like this. You definitely want to stay hydrated. Being out in the sun is kind of crazy. Thankfully, it's not too bad. My helmet vents really well. Absolute amazing helmet. I have no complaints about it. It's kind of heavy, I'm not gonna lie. I do want to switch to a lighter helmet. I know they do make lighter helmets, but I mean, it's a race helmet, so I don't expect it to be like the lightest thing in the world, or, you know, but I definitely do love my Shoei X14. So what are we going to talk about? I have no clue. Probably just kind of give a little update. I don't know at all what's gonna get posted, what's not gonna get posted and whatnot. This should be one of the better videos that I've made. This one is probably got a good chance of being uploaded. So obviously I have not been on the channel for a pretty long time. I didn't really expect how long it's been since I've made a video. We're looking at over a year now, or at least getting close to it, because I believe my last upload was either probably July, if not August. So definitely some time since I've uploaded, which is kind of crazy. Definitely a lot of things has happened. There's a couple explanations as to that. One, obviously I was really trying to get a new job. The job that I had was just a part-time one, and obviously you can't really live off a part-time job realistically. So got myself a full-time job, which is a dual-edged sword. Yes, you do make more money, however you work way more hours, and especially kind of job I do, plenty of overtime, things to do on top of your regularly scheduled 40 hours in the week. That definitely has been creating conflicts, trying to resolve some other things in life other than just the job situation, because of course the original motivation obviously was, well, first and foremost, obviously I need a livable wage, or, you know, to make a living. So definitely need to get that sorted out. Can't really pursue content creation if you don't have, you know, your bills paid. Definitely got to get that sorted out. That is above all. But on top of that, obviously we needed to fund the hobbies, and I have a couple of different hobbies. That's kind of what the channel is about. That I have a few different hobbies I like to balance between, and just kind of like pursuing them as they come. That obviously creates some conflicts. Can't fund your hobbies, can't really do them, you know. Your job takes more time away from you, right? Start taking up more of your day's time at work, more of your week's time. So I get less and less free time. Obviously, then you gotta do your daily chores and whatnot, take care of the house. A lot of stuff goes into that. I learned that the hard way. Yep, very involved, and it's just more of an adjustment. Just needed to get comfortable doing it for enough time. I finally kind of have it figured out. Pretty happy with where I'm at in the job. Pretty happy where I'm at in life in general. In all honesty, I should have switched over. Oh boy, I gotta switch over. But yeah, so it's just being able to balance work, you know, keeping your work-life balance in check and whatnot, because that's obviously a pretty big portion of your mental health, is keeping a balance with everything going on. And I definitely struggle with that. So I'm gonna get these, I'm pretty sure we've all gone through it. You get these small bursts of motivation, kind of get on it. That's how I kind of felt when I started this channel, right? I definitely felt that burst of motivation and that burst of, you know what, let's do this, might as well. But around that time, I was not really sure of my financial situation. I wasn't really sure with what the future was gonna look like for me. And that was my escape, more or less, just kind of pursuing that and trying to get that situated so I have at least some sort of pillar in my life, some sort of balance where I can just depend on that. If anything, like if something goes bad, I can just always turn on the camera, you know, rip open a few packs and whatnot. And kind of just distract myself that way. It's something that I've always loved doing. I love content creation, something I've always loved to do, but it's involved for sure. Just like with anything, you have to dedicate yourself to it. It's not like I'm gonna instantly jump into it, just start doing this full time and then expect crazy things, but it's something that I like to do, something that is, of course, dream job worthy and whatnot. And it's, again, this is a hobby. So above all, that matters. That's kind of the baseline for me. It's like, sure, would this be kind of cool if it was a job? Of course, right? Same thing. Could I just be rich and not work a day in my life? Of course. But at the end of the day, I like doing this. Oh man, it's so nice out. Oh, once you get in the shade, it's so good. But yeah, I do this because it's a hobby, and I think that also has its pros and cons, because if I treat it like a hobby too, I can just pick it up and put it down whenever I want, which is not a good thing. I definitely need to work on consistency, which is something that I have been working on in other aspects of my life, is just becoming a little bit more consistent, seeing things all the way through. I guess this is kind of that, more or less. I'm in a better position now. I'm in a much more stable position, much more, I don't know. I think I'm in a better position in general. I got some other stuff to do. I still think that the Pokemon hobby is cool and all, right? But, you know, it definitely has its ups and downs and whatnot. But it is cool for sure. Again, depending on what videos get published at this point, because again, this is just kind of my thoughts on paper, just kind of seeing how it kind of comes out, and we'll see what gets published. I sold pretty much my entire collection. Right, I have very few things left in my collection, so I don't really have anything Pokemon related, honestly. I do like the hobby. I did enjoy my time getting into it pretty seriously, but I just didn't really like the whole scalper situation and, you know, not being able to get cards the way I used to, where you would just kind of go to a store, buy a pack or two, maybe there's an Elite Trainer box, you could just go pick it up, check out the new set, just kind of, you know, take things kind of chill. No, it turned into, you know, a hype beast mentality, that kind of thing, which it's its own thing. I've talked about it in a previous video. I know that for a fact. It wasn't sustainable. It wasn't a sustainable thing that I could do. Not very feasible, of course, because I'm not paying market value for that. I'm paying MSRP if I'm gonna try and get Pokemon cards. I miss where I could go to GameStop and then just kind of pick up the last year's collection of ETBs for a pretty good discounted price. Who knows, man? Everything's getting pretty expensive, which, you know, story of everything, am I right? Speaking of, gotta have the Labubu out. Hell yeah. Oh, you can definitely feel the heat when you stop moving. Golly, it's flipping hot. Oh, feels so much better when you start moving. Jesus. Okay. But yeah, like I said, not a very feasible thing, especially if you're gonna just pay scalper price for everything. Yeah, I'm super good off that. You got it. I'm gonna pass on that because it was definitely a nightmare to try to get things normally anyway. But to then, you know, have to fuss about it, and then when you do find it, you gotta, no, I'm good. And then that GameStop and everybody else, I'm pretty sure, raised their prices. So yeah, definitely getting priced out of that hobby pretty quick. However, I did make a pretty good profit on my collection, which I was pretty proud of, and that has been on my mind too. I'm getting a call. Okay, wait, hello? Oh my god, yeah. What's up? Oh, okay, bro. Damn, we get it. You hate me, bro. Just leave it at that, bro. I didn't even realize my Cardo was off that entire time. I'm trying to answer a phone call. It's like, why isn't my Cardo telling me? But yeah, boys. So, quick little side quest real quick. But like I was saying, yeah, it is definitely something I did want to keep in the back of my mind for sure. That it's always something I could start back up again. I have the knowledge. I have, you know, definitely the experience of what I did before and whatnot. So that definitely helps out a lot. Oh, haven't rolled this trail in a minute. Oh, woo! Oh, that was scary. See if we could. Woo! Airtime. Oh my god! What the? That was a bug? Ow! Bunny? Get out the way, bunny! Woo! Ow! That was frightening. Oh my god, that got the adrenaline going, bro. Just ripping it on the trails, Jesus. That's got the blood flowing, boys. That puts hair on your chest right there. Now, I bet you it does not look crazy on video, because, of course, it's crazier once you're riding and it's you doing it. Oh. Alright, boys, welcome to the track. Holy fuck. Oh my god, I gotta catch my breath. That shit was fucking terrifying. That was nice too. Hit it at a good speed, definitely pushing it, but overall great. I felt great, felt in control. Alright, we're good, boys. Oh, it's so nice over here, man. The forest preserves. Jeez. Super nice, super nice. The shade, and then it's super cool over here. Oh man, I wish we had a thermometer just so we could check the temperature difference, because I'm telling you, it is crazy. But yeah, boys, anyway, back to the hobby topic. So yeah, it's definitely something that I could bring back at any point, because it is something that I'm so passionate about. I love collecting. I love collectibles in general, and Pokemon has always been like a classic for me. So of course, like, I'd always want to go back, especially because the Mega Evolution series of cards look sick, man. They look really good. But as you guys can see, we picked up a new little hobby here. So obviously this is kind of the poster child that is going to be the poster child of this channel for a little bit now. Yeah, trying to get into moto vlogging, and obviously getting into real motorcycles, which would be awesome. Oh, it's so cold over there. Yeah, so quickly to wrap up, of course, right? Of course, we always got Pokemon in the bag, but that's not what this channel was focused on. Obviously, I touched on retro consoles, and I think now more than ever, I think I'm more into it. I got a couple projects lined up that I could do. I saw the cops. They're on my ass, chat. I'm running from the cops. I don't care what you say. But yeah, boys, that's definitely something we can always do. Right now, the baby is this trail riding and whatnot, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Actually, let's see what it's all about. Big ass rabbit. Whoop. That was sick. But yeah, this is the bread and butter of the channel now. Hopefully we get a real motorcycle, big boy one, and then we can start that journey. But music is coming up. I teased that beginning the channel. Music is coming up for sure because I have a little project planned for that. And then we'll see what else we have in store. Obviously, life is crazy, full of a lot of different turns. So we'll see. We'll see once we do it. But other than that, boys, just a little quick yap session. Taking a little ride around here on the e-bike, of course. Hope you guys have a great day. And yeah, I guess if you guys like this channel, go ahead and check out some of these videos up here. But yeah, I'm out of here.